Hey everyone. So if you're trying to keep up with what's happening in AI, you know it feels like drinking from a fire hose, right? News is coming at you nonstop. Today, we're going to cut through all that noise and give you a real 360-degree view of the most important things that happened this past week.
I mean, that's the real challenge, isn't it? Doesn't matter if you're an investor, an executive, or a researcher, the speed of innovation is just relentless. Every single day, there's a new model, a new tool, a new breakthrough. It's basically a full-time job just trying to stay on top of it all.
And that's exactly why we're here. We're not just going to give you a list of headlines. Nope. In the next 5 minutes, we're going to connect the dots. We'll give you the strategic context behind the news that is actually going to shape what happens next. All right, let's get into it.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the big players. The established giants. They are not sitting on their hands. They're actively pushing the limits of what these AI systems can do, and whenever they make a move, it sends ripples across the entire industry. So, the biggest headline grabber this week, no surprise, comes from OpenAI. They just rolled out their new flagship model, GPT-4.0. And you know how it is, anytime OpenAI drops something new, the whole world stops to pay attention. But what's really the point of this new version? And here it is, straight from them. This is the key. The big push isn't just about more raw power or being smarter. It's about usability. OpenAI is laser-focused on making our interactions with AI less clunky, and more just naturally part of our daily lives. It's all about refinement and making it practical.
And this just perfectly illustrates that point. A recent report in IEEE Spectrum shows we've hit a huge milestone. For years, we thought that nuanced language translation was this uniquely human skill. Well, not anymore. As you can see, models like ChatGPT are now performing right on par with professional human translators. This isn't some promise about the future. This is happening right now.
And this trend isn't just about making our individual lives easier. Over at Amazon Web Services, they're taking on one of the biggest, most frustrating challenges for pretty much any business out there. Customer service. Come on, we've all had to deal with terrible chatbots, right? Well, AWS is trying to finally fix that. So they've released this new set of tools. They're integrating really powerful models like Anthropic's Claude with frameworks like LangGraph, which helps build much more sophisticated AI agents. But the really crucial part here is the goal. They want to empower businesses to build their own efficient, serverless chatbots. This is all about taking that raw AI power and turning it into a scalable solution for companies.
So while the giants are building these huge foundational platforms, something incredible is happening on top of them. We're seeing what you could only call a Cambrian explosion of new, specialized tools. And this is where innovation starts getting really fun and accessible for everybody. I mean, just look at this quick snapshot from Product Hunt. We're seeing everything from Code Bonito, which is a marketplace for website templates built by AI, to Pixart Persona, which lets you literally design your own AI influencer. You've even got tools like Locally AI that let you run powerful models right on your iPhone. See, it's not just for developers anymore. AI is being packaged up for creators, for marketers, for all of us. Okay, so we've seen the big platforms and the explosion of new tools. But what's coming next? What's around the corner? Well, to answer that, we've got to look at the research labs. That's where the wild ideas of today become the reality of tomorrow.
One of the key concepts that's really gaining steam is something called neurosymbolic AI. Now, what's so cool about this is the idea of combining two different approaches. You've got neural networks, which are amazing at learning from tons of data, but they can be a total black box. And then you have symbolic AI, which is all about logic and rules, so it's much clearer. The goal here is to get the best of both worlds, an AI that can not only learn, but also reason in a way that we can actually understand. And that could be a huge step towards more reliable and trustworthy AI. And the ways this cutting-edge research is being applied are just incredibly broad. Look at this. Researchers are using AI to tackle massive problems. In medicine, they're designing new cancer treatments. In AI safety, they're working on how to stop these models from being corrupted. They're even making breakthroughs in transcribing languages like Bengali that don't have a lot of data. The frontier is literally pushing forward everywhere you look. So we've got platform advances, an explosion of new tools, and some mind-blowing research. Let's pull back for a second and connect these dots to see the bigger picture. What does all of this activity really add up to?
Here's the main takeaway. This isn't just some niche tech trend. The progress we're seeing right now is creating fundamental waves that are washing over every single part of our economy and our society. These changes are big, and they are everywhere.
So when you put it all together, these are the key areas you have to watch. The creative industries, totally being transformed. Venture capital is pouring in, shaking up old business models. Companies are rethinking how they do everything.
And, of course, with all this power comes this growing urgent call for governance, for ethics, and for a really hard look at the societal impact on jobs, on education, on everything.
And really, that leaves us with the central question of our time. This pace of innovation? It's not slowing down. So the biggest challenge for all of us, for the builders, the investors, the policymakers, is to figure out how we manage all of this incredible progress responsibly. There are no easy answers, and it's a question we'll have to keep tackling together. Thanks for watching.